All right, Lions fans, let me know your thoughts on this one. This one comes from us from the Denver Broncos. So, is the Denver Broncos article? It was not a Detroit Lions. This is something that they are proposing and they are seeing. So, let me know your thoughts. We'll walk through this. I'll tell you why it does make sense and why it doesn't make sense. The Broncos deal Justin Simmons to the Lions in new trade proposal. This is a veteran safety that's an all-pro Pro Bowler again this year. So the Lions would be getting a guy at safety where I think initially you might think, nah, it's not going to work. We've got some young safeties, but CJ Gardner-Johnson's probably not going to come back. Tracy Walker not coming back. So then you've got our other two safeties, and let's look at it here and tell me what you think when you look at Ife Melifonwu. Love him. Love him. But here's the question. Is Kirby Joseph really the guy? I mean, really, this reminds me of when Brad Holmes went out and upgraded at the tight end position. Now, not as drastic, but it's like, yeah, we're probably good with Brock Wright. And he goes out and gets a star. And so that's the same thing here. Hey, Kirby Joseph, he's a ball hawk. Is he though, really? I mean, he didn't have the interceptions this year. He kind of jumped onto the scene last year. He's a little undersized. I don't love Kirby Joseph. I'm just going to say it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I don't love him. So let's just look at it from that angle. So here's what the Broncos are saying. They've got a collection of hefty contracts. And so parting ways with a productive player like Justin Simmons might be something they need to do. He's fresh off another great season. So his value's never been higher, but he's 30 years old. I think he might be 31. So the Bleacher Report actually put this out. The Detroit Lions, very close to the Super Bowl. They could use a game-changing defender, absolutely. Simmons is on the wrong side of 30. And if you look at the Lions, they've got the 7th most cap space, and they've got this window here where it's like, all right, time to make a little move if you're the Lions, because you're going to have to pay Penei Sewell, St. Brown, Jared Goff here coming up. So do you take a little bit of a chance with Justin Simmons? My argument, again, would be, yes, we've got two safeties, but Kirby Joseph is just, he's an okay safety. And we've seen what happens when you have good safety play. Oh my gosh. When Ife Melifonwu came in, it was night and day. When CJ Gardner-Johnson was in the beginning of the season, healthy, it was great. But then he just, CJ Gardner-Johnson's gone, and we got Tracy Walker back there. Not good. So with Denver stuck in cap hell, it's much more feasible for the Detroit Lions to afford Simmons $18 million deal, because Detroit ranks 7th in the NFL with $47 million. Bringing an all-pro safety to assist Dan Campbell's unit on the back end for a team removed from being one game out of the Super Bowl, bringing that safety would be a welcome addition. So again, you'd have to decide, what are you willing to give up for him? And are you willing to eat this close to $20 million for this guy? Argument A would be Kirby Joseph's just not the guy, and let's go make a vast improvement. And we know the difference in our secondary, or the difference for the defense when you have a strong safety, a free safety that's strong. Next, look at why you wouldn't do this. Because you want to keep your draft picks. The draft's in Detroit. Brad Holmes has just shown that he's a star drafter. And we looked at our team the other day, and we noticed that our top 10 players are drafted. Outside of Jared Goff, we're all drafted. Penei Sewell, St. Brown, Hutch. The list goes on. Brian Branch. The list goes on and on. They're drafted. Brad Holmes is going to draft, and you build through the draft. We looked at the available free agents. I can pull it up now, but you go wide receiver, go safety, corner. Everybody's like, we need to get this in free agency. Yeah, absolutely. But they're 29 years old. They're expensive. They're 28, 29, 30, 31. And so it's hard to build anything substantial through free agency. Instead, you have to do it through the draft. So to give up draft picks, a second and a third round pick, 2 third-round picks, that's just hard to do and something Brad Holmes is just probably not going to do. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Are you for this trade or not? I think the Lions want draft picks above anything else. And if anything, I mean, they're not going to do this, but maybe you trade Kirby Joseph. Someone else, a safety, a young safety. We'll go take our chances drafting somebody. I don't know why I'm so down on Kirby Joseph. I'm not down on him. I just think everybody's loves him. And it's like, we could do better. But we've got other holes. So that's the key. We've got other holes at corner, other holes, defensive line and corner. I mean, come on. So safety is one of those we don't have to use the resources. But Brad Holmes continues to just not take care of what we think he's going to. And he had a press conference where he talked just that. I'm going to make moves that you're going to think, what the heck's going on? But now he has a track record to prove it. He has continued to do things that you're like, what? That was good. Drafting Sam Laporte out of Iowa. What? That was pretty good. Penei Sewell, back when we drafted him, I was like, all right, yeah. And no one really doubted that one, but it was just like, okay. Iffy Melifonwu in the 3rd round, takes some time, develops, awesome. Derek Barnes takes some time, develops, awesome. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Also, let me know if you're going to go to the draft in Detroit. It's interesting because draft will never be back, right? I would say never, but I mean, this is like the one opportunity. So that's kind of cool. Second, so the pros and cons of the draft. You go to the draft, it seems like a lot of standing around for your team. Now, the first 10 picks would be really exciting. First round, I guess, would be really exciting on that Thursday night. Fine. That would be pretty cool. But after that, it seems like a lot of standing around for just one pick in large crowds. But the pro side to going is that it's never going to come back. You're there. The atmosphere would be cool. It'd be fans from all over the place, which is that's cool too. It's mostly going to be Lions fans, but the thing about the draft is you're going to have people driving from Cleveland, Indianapolis, Chicago, Cincinnati. It's all going to be represented there. So that's pretty cool. Probably Green Bay might shoot over a little bit. There's some Yoopers that are Green Bay fans. So you'll have a lot of different fans there. So that'd be, I don't know. I think that'd be cool. So let me know your thoughts if you're going to be going to the NFL draft. But I think regardless of where the draft is, Brad Holmes wants picks. So I don't think they do this. No way are they giving up picks just for anybody. I just don't think it's going to happen. Let me know your thoughts, and we'll see all of you on the next one.